trip tomorrow, and I thought I would talk you through some of the kit that I am taking. I'd originally planned to do a different route that involved a bivvy on the summit, but the weather looks quite cloudy and wet, so decided to change plan and go for a walk in, set up a camp, and then do a loop on day one, back to camp, and then a loop in day two. They're not particularly long loops. The first day is about 18 kilometres, 600 metres of ascent, and day two is very short, it's just 8 or 10k, and not much ascent, so it'll be quite an easy trip, but it should be quite good. It's nice when you can do it from a base camp rather than having to carry all your stuff. So there wasn't really any kit decisions because it's kind of just take whatever you want. But I thought I would show you a couple of things. I'm taking a bigger tent this time. I'm taking my pyramid tent, which is just a bit bigger, and it's got a bit more space in the porch for cooking or anything like that. So I'm taking that. That's not really needed in summer, but you know, just a bit more space is nice. I'm taking my my kind of bigger sleeping bag. This is the sleeping bag that lets me sleep in my side comfortably, so I always enjoy using that, so I'm taking that. It's really comfortable. The usual other things, I've got an air mat, a small foam mat, a liner, and I'm taking a stove with some food and coffee, and then in terms of what I'm wearing, just kind of standard summer. I've got fabric boots, my usual pair of walking trousers, a woolen base layer, and a pair of shorts and woolen socks. That's really all I'll need. It's to be a wee bit wet and a wee bit windy, so I've got in here, I've got my windproof, and I do have a hat and gloves, and I've got a midgie net, which is absolutely essential at this time of year. So I think that'll all be fine. I've actually taken a insulated jacket or a prism jacket just for a camp, just for comfort when you're hanging around the camp in the evening. Not really needed, but it's there. Fairly standard 40 litre pack, nothing really to say about that. I've got a wee bit larger items, so I need a slightly bigger pack. Yeah, the rest is pretty standard. I've got a first aid kit, toilet kit, battery pack, head torch, compass. I've got the map in the bag already. I've got a pillow. I've got a pump for the air mat. That's a luxury, but that's really handy. So yeah, and not really any decisions, but that's what I take on a kind of easy summer camp. So hopefully that's interesting. I was pleased to be out with company this time with my friend Henk, and as we set off there was quite a lot of cloud and really bad midges, but luckily as we climbed up the wind picked up a bit and the midges died down. set up for tonight. Got the Hexpeak out, and Henk's over there in the Lanshan 1 Pro. Not the best pitch, but it looks like it'll be a calm night. The view from the tent is pretty good. It had been a calm night overnight, and when we got the next morning, the midges were absolutely atrocious. So you'll see that I was having to wear a head net just for being around camp. They were really biting fierce. comes the coffee. As we approached the summit, the only summit we were doing on the second day, Beinn the Lap, we were hoping the cloud would lift, but it wasn't to be. It was a summit in the clouds. We had quite a long time before we needed to get back down to catch the train, so we hung about at the summit for a while and then carried on walking through the cloud back to the train station. As we dropped down, the cloud did lift a little bit, and I think people who were going up a bit later in the day would have got some pretty good views, but it wasn't to be for us. But it was still very enjoyable, peaceful, quiet in the clouds. Always quite enjoy that.